Good afternoon, beautiful people, and welcome to Aside Hot, where we unpack the madness in the system with chinkily laughter, small tears, and plenty truth. My name is Ifoma Oji, and I'm joined in the studio by the ever beautiful and shining star, Sharon Enemchukwu. Good afternoon, Sharon.
Stop.
How are you doing this afternoon?
How are you?
You look beautiful as always.
Thank you. You look absolutely stunning as well.
Okay, thank you. So apparently, let's just go into the story for this afternoon. So apparently, an Abuja businesswoman says she got a letter demanding she pay for using her TV and other home appliances. Yes, you heard me. You pay for watching TV in your house. Please remit your oxygen levy by the end of the month. I mean, so the government here, instead of expanding business and other sources of revenue, they are expanding billing. Indeed, there was a country. So I will start with this story. We have a lot of juicy stories, but let's just start with this one. So when I saw this particular story, Sharon, I was like, what sort of absurdity is this? I was like, what sort of ridiculous, it's not even a content, but news story. And I'm like, have we resorted to this in Nigeria? So it's no longer, tax payers money that they say that will resume paying by 2026. We are now going to pay for your TV. Apart from you subscribing for TV to watch TV, apart from you paying for electricity bill, you now have to pay for watching TV that you subscribe for with your money. Sharon, please let me hear from you.
Nigeria will never cease to amaze me, to be honest. When you hear things like this, you laugh because this is Nigeria after all. This is Nigeria. There was a trending sound like that. This is Nigeria, and this is one of the things that you just see, and it's really, really amusing. Because why am I paying to watch the TV that I got with the cable that I subscribed for, and with the electricity that I paid for, with the house in the house that I paid for? So what exactly am I paying the government for in this instance? Am I paying for enjoyment? Because now it seems as though they are putting tax on everything except oxygen, which maybe they might do that maybe in some months' time. But I just don't know. I don't know if this is what Nigeria has resulted to. And we saw this is happening in Abuja. So who is collecting this money? Who are the people? Where are we remitting this money to? Where are they being? Who is benefiting from this new law? And when was it made? Because it's only when it has to do with collecting money from Nigerians that you see that the Nigerian people or the people in power are quick to enforce laws. When it has to do with maybe safeguarding lives of people or trying to ensure that everybody abides to the rule of law, it takes a longer time. But if it's things like this, it's very, very fast. They add them.
Anyway, this particular, news story garnered a lot of, attractions or reactions on social media. And I mean, it's been buzzing the social media space. And I want to, read some of the comments. Now, YK says, if you like, when you protest, start they form big boy and girl. Now so you go later pay for the air you they breathe. You they breathe in soon. Quite apt.
That's what I said.
Now the second person, Farm Z, said a big coup d'etat is upcoming. Something bigger than NSARS.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Now the third person said, Ms. Nelda says, how did they ascertain that these people have TV and radio that they are using? Good question. I mean, like I said earlier, okay, we have DJ. He said they go abroad. The only thing they copy and bring back home is how to finish Nigeria. Germany does this, paying tax for TV and radio, even if you don't have them. This is in as much as it's kind of laughable, but at the same time it shows a lot of big disconnect. It shows that the government are far from the reality and far from the need the neediness or the agitations or the thirst of the common Nigerians. I mean, we're already taxed with, paying a lot of bills, electricity, the inflation, insecurity, name them, they are numerous. And this particular development, do you people want to buy Nigeria before even 2027? Do you want to clear this entire generation even before the next generation comes up? It is, it is so sad that we are seeing this every single time on television or in the news story. Why is it that we are protesting for, new form of revenue generation, and the only thing you can think of is to tax Nigerians for TV that they watch, they subscribe for, electricity that they pay, just like Sharon said here rightly, that we equally pay for the building that we stay. I think at this point, people should better tax us for, the air that we breathe. Let's know that we are paying for every single thing. But Sharon, do you have any other thing to say?
I just think at the end of the day, when we see things like this is when we're supposed to question, okay, so why are we paying this? Is this a new tax? And when was it introduced? Now, is it for a particular region? Is it for a particular state, maybe like Abuja? Or is it something that is going to reflect in other states as well? Is this something that we are going to start seeing in maybe Lagos? And first off, another question is, are Nigerians okay with this? Because you might be saying that Nigeria is hard. Maybe some people don't think it's hard enough. They want it to get even harder.
Everybody
knows.
If
you are saying that Nigeria is hard and you are being taxed 50,000 naira for watching TV and having a radio station, then it's high time we start talking, we start speaking out, we start complaining and airing our grievances. This does not sit well with me personally, and I don't think it sits well with a lot of Nigerians. So let us just move forward and look for ways to better, generate this tax that they are using to try and pay off debts and all of that. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, I think what you just said is fantastic, quite apt. We need to question these people. Why are we paying such amount of money? We're already paying tax at the end of the day. We already have a lot of things to pay for, and now you want us to equally pay for TV, which is, for me, is ridiculous and it's absurd. But let's move over to the second story, which is the expose of the LASU engineering campus. We saw a video on the internet. It was released by Rufai, or rather reposted by Rufai Osene of the State of LASU University Engineering Department, I mean their campus. And we asked the question, is this innovation or abandonment? Now, you want to train engineers in a place that needs engineering itself. What madness. I saw this video. This video was looking like, a farm poultry. It was not, it's not even close to, resembling or looking like a place where people read or a place where people study. It is Jesus Christ. Like, waiting be this. One of the richest states in Nigeria with such states. They just look at the campus where they live. This is more like a complete setup for frustration for the people, because I don't see a reason. I cannot survive in such an environment. I cannot study in such an environment. I mean, I thought that engineering is supposed to be backed up with, a lot of workshops, a lot of, innovative materials where you get to, like, practicalize a lot of things. I mean, it doesn't end in theory, but we are seeing that, just look at the state where a university, a whole Lagos. Sharon, please, let me hear from you. If you leave me, I'll talk from now till tomorrow.
When we keep talking about infrastructure in Nigeria, this is just one out of 1,000 example of the dilapidated state of our infrastructure in Nigeria. The other day, the federal government is proposing to the State House to get or raise a $2.8 billion loan for budget and infrastructure, right? Now, this is a university for engineering, and engineering is a practical course. It's not theoretical like some courses. But when you've seen this video, And I can say that this is not even the worst of them. This is just, this is even looking okay. There are some universities that when you
this
go
is a
to,
campus.
yes, when there are some
People
other
live
universities, there are some Ifoma, there are some campuses that when you go to, this is looking very, very neat, very clean.
Jesus.
First of all, it will be covered in so much dirt, and then you'd literally see the building collapsing. And this is why we say infrastructure in Nigeria. You are borrowing money for infrastructure, but we are not seeing it reflecting. It's such a sad situation that LASU, the engineering department, is looking like this. It's nothing to write home about. But it also begs the question, all these practical courses that they study in the university, are they really practical in the true sense?
Good
or
question.
they're just practical by book? Because if you ask some people, they'll say, oh, I didn't learn anything in school. Because yes, you are supposed to practice. The workshop you mentioned, that is very correct. You're supposed to have workshops where you practice most of these things. But are they being made available? No. All right, what about the theoretical courses now?
Okay.
Courses where you know you need a lot of research materials for them, they are not being provided for. Now you have libraries. You're supposed to have university libraries or even state libraries. How updated are they? I remember back then when I was in school, we did a tour, right? And so you're supposed to get your library ID card. And before we left, before I graduated from school, they took us on a mandatory tour of the entire library. I'm going to be honest, that was the second time I was entering that entire place, that entire building. The first time was in my first year in school because I had to go get the card. When you go there, during my time, when I even asked my friends who were writing their projects, okay, where do you get your research? Oh, no, I got it from, not the library. When you go there and check, they don't have it. They don't have the materials that you need. Thank God for the internet. Most of these things that we had were from the internet. It's just so sad that education, which is supposed to take number one, is supposed to take priority when it concerns a nation. This is what we are getting. It's really sad.
It's really sad. And I think the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria needs to answer this question. Because he boasts every single time that, have you seen Lagos State? Have you seen my achievement in Lagos State? It's one of his #1 milestone. But look at the state in Lagos State. I mean, educational system that is supposed to, just like I said, be #1. It's supposed to be a sanctuary. It's supposed to be embodiment of knowledge. You go for research, you find a lot of libraries, you come into people's, campuses or their places of abode, you see how, neat and tidy it is. But look at this. This is showing you clearly that their lecture halls is a more worse situation. If where they place their head and sleep at night is in such situation, that means their reading environment will be more chaotic, and is a sad situation. And I think the president, like I said, needs to answer some questions for this. But let's move over to the third story, which is quite a sad one. We'll talk about the news that broke, the hearts of Nigerians nationwide. The news of the staff of Arise TV, Somtochukwu Madrago, and a security guard, Barnabas Danlami, who was killed during a robbery at their apartment in Abuja. Thankfully, police say they've arrested 12 suspects, but the damage is done. And we ask this question: is the arrest enough? Now, prior to this, what happened, the background story, we heard on the 29th of September 2025 that some group of armed robbers stormed this Katampe building estate in Abuja, and they overpowered the security personnel there and went ahead to, acquire a lot of properties illegally from people that were there. And it was during this process that the Arise News staff, Somtochukwu Madrago, out of panic and tension, jumped from the rooftop to the floor, and she was found unconscious. and was declared dead on arrival to the hospital, which was more like a sad situation, sad news to Nigeria, not just Nigeria, the entire, Nigerians in diaspora, and I mean the entire nationwide. It was quite a sad story. But we're hearing now that those people that actually perpetrated this crime have been arrested. And just like I mentioned earlier, is the arrest enough? Sharon?
I don't think it's enough. I feel as though this is the start. Anyways, I don't know, because we haven't seen the full proceedings. We've just heard that they have been arrested. The police also came out to also give us a list of the names. They gave us 12 names, where they are from, their ages, and most of them unfortunately are from the north. They are also young as well, young guys, and I'm just going to give it to the police force for a step in the right direction, because every time they come under fire for underperforming. So now that we have gotten the list, first of all, of the people responsible for the murder or the death, let me just put it that way, for the death of Somi Maduagu, I think it's a step in the right direction. But now my own reservation is, how will this be followed? How will it, how are we sure that justice will be served? Because one thing, it's a pattern that I've noticed with the public space when it concerns news and what the government feeds us. They give us the initial information, but that is not all we are asking for. We want to be giving details. We want to know how it all pans out. We want to know when they're being charged to court, the sentencing, the judge in charge, which court is responsible, what becomes of them, those type of things. And although we are entitled to this information as a nation, one thing this will do is to set an alarm for this other set of bandits and armed robbers or kidnappers or just thieves that are roaming around. They have TVs, they listen to the news. They need to understand that there are consequences for their actions. Definitely. They need to know that there is punishment where you go and you do whatever illegal act that you feel is right for you to do. They need to see that the law is now on the side of the average Nigerian citizen. And the only way they can see that is when judgment is being meted out correctly and properly. And this particular one, it should be very loud.
Definitely, I think it should be very loud. This incident kind of underlines how safe both the educated, the uneducated, the working class, the media, even the politicians are in the hands of these people. These people have, they have this morale that they can actually go ahead, acquire arms and go into the street or go into big places and commit crime and go scot-free. It is quite a sad, situation that this particular incident happened in the heart of security, like the den of security, a whole Abuja. And I ask the question, if such incidents can actually happen in a place whereby when we talk about security and its arms, it's number one, entire Abuja, Katampe, like, are you kidding me? It shows you broadly that every Nigerian is unsafe. But let's go on a quick break, and when we come back, we have another interesting story that will equally shock you. We'll be back after the short break.
Citizen farms, turning waste into wealth. Every farmer knows the struggle of the rising feed costs, wasted produce, and shrinking profits. But what if the solution has been right under your nose? In fact, in nature itself. At Active Citizen Farms, we unlock the secret of the black soldier fly larvae, tiny creatures with a big impact. Our maggots, pre-pupae and pupae, are packed with natural protein, giving your fish, chicken, pigs, and turkeys the healthy boost they need to grow faster and stronger. The impact you'll see: healthier livestock that grow quicker and resist disease. Lower feeding cost, so your money stays where it belongs, in your pocket. Cleaner fats, as waste is recycled into valuable feed instead of rotting away. Bigger harvest and higher profits, giving you the power to expand your farming business. But we don't just supply. We walk the journey with you. Through hands-on training, we show farmers how to harness this simple innovation, turning everyday waste into a steady stream of feed and income. This is not just about farming. It's about food security, sustainability, and prosperity. By choosing active citizen farms, you're not only feeding your animals, you're feeding Africa's future. Active citizen farms, smart farming, healthy animals, prosperous farmers. Active citizen farms, unlocking the power of black soldier fly larvae, turning maggots into money.
You're welcome to the show. The show is Chidi Hot on Active Citizens, and we are diving into the last but not the least story for this afternoon, and it's from tragedy to therapy. Veteran actor Dele Odunle dropped some deep words online. He said, and I quote, "I will never allow anyone to make me feel I'm not enough." So apparently his girlfriend, his estranged girlfriend, broke up with him, and instead of dying in silence, he came out online to lash out and to tell Nigerians, this is what I am going through. And this particular incident has garnered a lot of reactions because, I mean, we know that this man is a Nollywood actor, and it is unlike him. We know him for discipline and, you know, a lot of integrity. For him to come out to lash out in the public space about his love life, it's kind of somehow funny and at the same time a sad situation. We would take the comments after our comments. But when I saw this, Sharon, I was like, who break Papa's heart? See, sorry, sir, that I'm laughing, but I felt bad for him. But at the same time, I see what he's trying to do. You know, people often kind of hide their pains because of the fact that the society at large see them as men, and for the fact that you are a man, you're not expected to express yourself, most importantly emotionally, in a certain way. And it goes a long way. He came out to, you know, say this to show you that, or to tell the world that, yeah, I know I am a man, but I still have emotions. I can still feel pain, and right now I feel a lot of pain because the love of my life has broken my heart. She has shattered my heart, and I don't think I can contain it. So you people should feel my pain. Sharon, are you feeling his pain?
Well, how will I feel his pain?
Hey!
Always one like that is having relationship problem. Do you have relationship that you complain about? See this man at his age, as young as we are. Please, I'm pained. See, this is not small thing. So please. All these I empathize. I'm joking. Please, I empathize. All right, but to be serious, right? Yeah. You say it's his love life that he came out to talk about. Yes. His love life. That is quite interesting. You see, you think that as we're growing up, you think that, oh, when you get to a certain age, life will no longer be as fun or as dramatic, or that you would have seen it all. But really, I think from what I'm seeing now, life starts at 40. Life starts at 40, to be honest.
Everybody go collect.
Yeah, if everybody is complaining of heartbreak, collecting breakfast, they had to even put it in a song. Last, everybody go collect breakfast. And I don't know how old he is still experiencing heartbreak. It just shows that there is no end to evolving, right? Yeah. There is no end to our stories as human beings. As long as you are alive, there will always be, you know, different things that you would feel and experience.
Definitely.
There is no, okay, I am 40, I'm 50, I am past this, I am past feeling hurt, I am past feeling pain or whatever. So because he's 50 something or 60 or even 70, it does not separate him or stop him or reduce him from being human. If he got his heart broken, he has the freedom to come and express himself. Yeah. So I'm sending you digital flowers.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that you find the one. Exactly. Even as I'm praying that I find the one. Yeah. Even
at his age, he should
Of
find
course,
one.
love is not, it cuts across all
Yes,
ages.
definitely. I mean, he made, he tweeted a lot of things. I just read one. Let me just read, two more. He said, I will never allow anyone to make me feel I'm not enough. You said the meanest things, then came back pretending you didn't mean them.
Aww.
The wrong one will find you in peace and leave you in pieces.
Aww.
Leaving me is okay, but don't make me feel special today and unwanted.
No, I think I'm going to cry
It's quite
now.
apt. I mean, coming from a Nollywood actor, we are so sorry. Like, I feel like, I'm tearing up.
Please, before you continue, sorry. I send digital flowers, but there is something that I want to recommend. You are going through this heartbreak, and because of what he says he's not going to allow anybody make him feel as though he's not enough.
Exactly.
I need you to listen to Enough by Chidi.
Hey, God.
It will console
really?
you.
Are you really advertising for him right now?
No, that's saying that Enough is the song, and you are feeling like you're not enough, so it would really speak to you in this moment. See, when you listen to the song, you know that I have your best interest at heart.
Yeah, and I think we'll just take the comments in the comment section. I mean, like I said, it garnered a lot of reactions from Nigerians, and I read. Kafi says, heartbreak has no age limit. Heartbreak can be delayed but not denied. Oh, beautiful. And Zara said, Daddy, confide in us. What happened, Gangan? I don't know what that means though. But the next person said, CK Graham said, Una get mind, break this 71 years old man heart. Why I can't be like this?
I don't go reach everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are lots of, reactions, but I just had to pick this 3. It goes a long way to tell you that, I mean, even the young and the old, everybody must be served breakfast. And everybody is opportuned to equally find the person that is meant to be with that person for life. We are so sorry, Daddy, for, the pain and the agony that you're going through. And we pray that the Lord God will, bring the right person that will, send you jitters, that will send you a lot of flowers, not digital flowers like Sharon. Find someone that will melt your heart, that whenever you see the person, I mean, your heart going to be tune. That is
Paulina,
the one. But yeah, before I wrap up the show, I just want to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, a big brother extraordinaire. Aww. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday!
And barrister Chimeze John Ugu, you've been an exceptional and extraordinary in-law to our family, and I can't thank you enough. Aww. The family loves and appreciates you. So this is me saying a happy birthday to you, my fellow Octobian. I know some people have some reservations to this, but I don't care.
But let me just quickly also wish him a happy birthday. This is also wishing you a beautiful birthday. We love to see men who are still family oriented and who still, hold it down, lock it down for their homes and the people that they love. We are praying that God will continue to strengthen you from strength to strength, that you grow not just in your business, but with your loved ones, and you expand and reach the fullest potential that God has kept for you. Happy birthday, sir.
Definitely. More years to come.
Amen.
All right, this is where we call it a wrap on today's show. But let me just say this. So this week alone, government wants to tax your blender. LASU looks like it needs engineering miracle. Arise TV mourns one of its brightest, and Dele Odunle reminds us that peace of mind is priceless. Nigeria truly is a full-time reality TV show. Part comedy, part drama. All drama. But through it all, one thing remains. We deserve better. Better leadership, better schools, better security, and better life. And I can't agree more. But this is where we're going to call it a wrap on Aside Hot today. Remember, if you're yet to comment on our post, please go ahead and comment. If you're yet to share our videos, please go ahead and share our videos. If you're yet to like, please go ahead and like. Follow us on all social media platforms at Active Citizens. And you can find me on my private Facebook channel Facebook page at Oji Sophia. And on Instagram, you can find me at Miss Alex. Sharon, you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon NM Chuku.
All right. We will see you in the evening for Active Citizens Parliament. Do have a beautiful afternoon.